Hello guys, that was the sound test of the Noir Gear Timeless 82 keyboard in its stock configuration out of the box. And I have been raving on and hyping this keyboard on my channel because I personally think that this is one of the best, if not the best, budget mechanical keyboard of 2023. And it's my favorite budget keyboard thus far that I have tried. So Noir Gear is a relatively new name in the keyboard community, especially here in the Philippines. They are a peripheral brand from Indonesia, which started out branching here in the Philippines, and I think this is their first product to launch, the Timeless 82, and boy, what a strong start that is for the company. So as of this writing, as of this moment, they are available in several stores locally here. It's Rotobox, PH, Gosu Gaming Gears, and Hobby Dynamics. All of those will have a Shopee store that I will link in the description. So before we start, this is a unit sent over by Noir Gears Philippines for review. So there are three variants that you can choose from the pre-built, futuristic, and nostalgic variants, having an option to have KTT white and JWK Ultimate black switches, which are priced at 6,500. The unit I got was the classic variant, which the difference is that it contains Gateron brown switches and the keycaps are OEM profile and a bit thinner. From the review of one of my content creator friends here in the Philippines, Merkeebs, he said that the profile of the keycaps that he got with the nostalgic version was that of a cherry profile PBT keycaps at 1.6mm, and that is really actually a good specs. The one I got had a 1.3mm OEM profile keycaps, which made it a bit thin sounding, but other than that, everything else was good for that keyboard. Alright, so which version to get? If you're the type of guy who knows his keycaps and switches, then I do suggest getting the bare bones, because at 3,750 that price is simply too good. On the other hand, if you want a good keyboard right out of the box, then you can opt to go with the fully built versions. Out of the box, this keyboard was super good. I was really impressed that even with the Gateron browns, it sounded good and it felt really good. Alright, specifications. 75% layout, tri-mode connectivity. It has an LCD screen, which is the hype nowadays. Alright. Screw-in stabilizers. Boy, oh boy. Screw-in stabilizers at this price point. Polycarbonate plate, all the foams that you need, and a dampener inside. And everything out of the box is simply good. Sounds and feels good. Alright? But once you mod this with the right combination of switches and keycaps, boy, oh boy, it's elevated to a level that you wouldn't believe and wouldn't even consider that it was being sold for this price point. So do check out this sound test of my modded Timeless 82. Pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing. That was a high level sound profile and typing field keyboard that really shocked me. I'm amazed. All right, and the things I did to achieve that sound profile is change the switches to Fecker matches, as I was going for a Talkie build. I haven't built a Talkie keyboard in a long while, so I did use the Fecker matches, a PBT keycaps, cherry profile keycaps with PBT material from Akko. This is the Akko warm gray keycaps, and I removed the dampener. Alright, so I removed this thick sheet of silicone dampener at the bottom of the keyboard, And basically that is it. All right. The stabilizers are godsend. You don't even have to tune them. Mine had a little bit of rattle, so minimal that you had to really look for it. I just placed on some XHT BDZ on the wires and it was gone. Didn't even have to balance the stabilizers. That's how good the stabilizers are, and that is a rare thing. In budget keyboards. Most of the time you'd have to spend a lot of time modding that stabilizer. All right, so this one is a very thick piece of silicone placed underneath the lower case, which begs the question, are silicone dampeners and deadening materials of the lower case of keyboards a thing of the past? For me, yes and no. Before, everybody was crazy about putting silicone materials on the lower case of the keyboard to make the sound deeper, thockier, from silicone fillings to gym mats, leather mats, everything that you can think of. And it resulted in a very good, deep sounding profile, but it got kind of boring and it got kind of dampened. And I think for keyboards that are plastic keyboards like this, hollowness is not much of a problem. That is why I removed the bottom silicone dampener to give it more life, to bring more life and more oomph on the sound of this keyboard, and the resulting profile is something that I really love. Kind of reminds me of the KBD67 Lite. Kind of reminds me of the KBD67 Lite keyboard, and that says a lot, because that keyboard is one of the all-time favorite keyboards here in the community, especially 2 years ago. So there you have it. It's a super good keyboard. Checks all the boxes that you're looking for at a price point that is very affordable, considering what it can offer, considering the build quality. It does have RGB lighting. The bottom case is pretty neatly designed. There's a light spill underneath. There's a quote-unquote weight, although do take note that the built version, completely built, it's still light, still nothing compared to an aluminum keyboard. But everything that you have here is really perfect. The gasket mounted is it's a real gasket mounting design, but the typing feel is on the stiffer side of the spectrum. It's not super bouncy, but for me, yeah, I really love it. Perfect. Not too bouncy, not too stiff. All right, so yeah, that's my review on this keyboard. Good job Noir Gear. Good job on Timeless 82. This is a keeper keyboard. This is a good thocky build. Mind you, remove all the foams and it will still work as a clacky profile keyboard. Just put on some clacky switches, remove all the foams, and it's really good. Amazing. All right, so thank you for watching, guys. We have a lot of interesting stuff next on the channel. We have the Eclair switches from Kinetic Labs, some new keycaps, new keyboards in the lineup. I hope to see you in the next video.